On earlier versions of Pro Tools, it may be necessary to create a destination MIDI track first before importing. After that, you'll be allowed to drag in the MIDI data. Let's demonstrate. First, create a MIDI track. For convenience, set Pro Tools to spot mode. Drag in the MIDI data onto the MIDI track. Since we are in spot mode, the spot dialog will appear. Now, to properly align with the audio, the MIDI data from DTM needs to be spotted at sample 0 in the timeline. Set the start field to 0. Or just click this arrow here. Then select OK. Let's now take a look at the Learn and Filtering feature. This track here is primarily kick drum, but with a lot of snare drum bleed. If you want to detect just the kick drum, that will be pretty easy since it's still the louder element of the track. You can use the threshold control to filter out the snare hits. But let's say we actually want to detect the snare bleed instead. We can do that. Select a snippet of the drum sound you want to detect. Click the Learn Drum button and DTM will grab a sample of that sound. Next, highlight the entire track and click Analyze. DTM is now using its knowledge of the snare sound to create a more intelligent detection of the track. You can see it's thinking a little harder this time around as the progress indicator inches a little slower than before. Once analysis is finished, you will see that the filtering slider is now available to us. Push the filtering slider to the right and DTM will home in further on the Learn Drum sound. Right about here, the triggers suddenly all flip over into snare hits. Neato.